Hello. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allendeary. I am a speech-language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I am here to help you learn the Speak Out exercises and help you establish and maintain a consistent Speak Out home practice routine. Today's topic, we're going to talk about big cats. Say that with me with intent. Ready? Big cats. Now, when you say cats, I want you to lift your voice and speak out. Get it in front of you. Ready? Big cats. Now, with our sessions, if you're new to these, we like to practice smiling with intent. Unfortunately, smiling does not come as automatic as it used to with Parkinson's, and so we really need to work on it. So we have some motivation, something to inspire us. Look at these beautiful grandchildren. They live in Germany, but their grandmother lives in New Zealand and practices with us. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful photo. I love their smiles, and you know, when they smile, they are smiling automatically. They don't have to think about it. But unfortunately with Parkinson, well, fortunately or unfortunately, smiling is not going to be as automatic as it used to. But fortunately, we have the intentional motor system. So if we work on it, if we are purposeful and deliberate, we can make our smile better. So let's go ahead and we're going to smile with intent. Give me your best smile. And I want you practicing every morning. When you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, look in the mirror, and smile. Now, not only smile with intent, but I want you to think about it and say, okay, I like this smile, all right? Now, what does it feel like? The way a smile feels, just like the way the speech feels, it will be different than it really is. So you might feel like, wow, this is too exaggerated. I can't smile like this. But you look in the mirror and you go, wow, that smile is really good. I like that smile. So connect what you see with how it feels. So you say, when I feel like I'm too exaggerated, like I'm smiling like I'm on stage, it actually looks really good. It just looks normal. And then that's what you have to do. Okay, take a sip of water and we will get started with the speak out exercises. I am sipping on warm water. Just feels better on my throat, but any water will do. Keep in mind that I don't have Parkinson's, and that's why I sip on this warm water. But you don't necessarily have to sip on warm water, but all right, let's start with the first speak out exercise. Speak out means get your voice in front of you. Lift your voice and project it up and over your computer. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Really exaggerate. The more you exaggerate, the better. Here we go again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. We're warming up the voice. Do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very nice. Make sure you're connecting the sounds. We're not doing may, me. It's not like that. Lift. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. And one more. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very nice. Take your sip of water. Be deliberate as you grab your cup and swallow with intent. You have to swallow with intent every time you eat or drink anything. even to control your saliva. When you start to feel that the saliva is accumulating in your mouth, force yourself to swallow. Some people with Parkinson's will have trouble with drooling or managing their saliva. That's just because swallowing our saliva is normally an automatic function. And automatic movements, functions require dopamine. So you're not going to swallow as often automatically. So that's okay. That's the bad part. The good part is that you can make yourself swallow. You can start to pay attention when the saliva starts to accumulate in your mouth. And then just swallow. You can do it. Let's move on to the next exercise. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my screens. Okay. Now we're going to do the ahs. I want you to lift and project it forward. Ready? Ah. No need to hold it more than 10 seconds. Let's do it again. Good. Let's do it again. Very nice. Let's do a shorter one. And one more. Good. Take a sip of water. Why do we not need to hold it more than 10 seconds? Because chances are your sentences, when you talk in conversation, your utterances are not going to be longer than 10 seconds. In fact, that would be a pretty long utterance to talk and say a sentence that would last 10 seconds. So there's no need to try to hold that off for 20 seconds or do that. You don't need to do it. In fact, you might hurt your voice if you try to push it longer than that. Moving on. I needed to swallow. Moving on to the glide. Project out a steady ah. Slowly glide up with intent. Ready? Ah. Ah. Good. Make sure you stop all the way at the top. Ready? Stop. Close your mouth. Let everything relax. And good. As you're gliding down, make sure you don't drop your head. Keep the mouth open. Start high and glide down. That's the hardest one. Try it again. Start high. Good. And one more from the beginning. We're done with the glides. Take your sip of water. We've done the warm-ups, the ahs, and the glides. Now we are moving on to the counting. Lift every number. Make it fly up and over your computer. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 11, 12. Notice how I am being very deliberate and I am connecting the numbers. Start again with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. I'm working with intent. Are you working with intent? On a scale of 1 to 10, what number are you at? And if you haven't signed into the chat yet, please go ahead and do that. Every day, come on a couple minutes early, sign into the chat, no login or password. You don't need one. And the messages disappear at the end of the day. Okay, but sign in just with your first name and where you're from. Even if you're not going to chat throughout the session, I want you to see the cute images and motivating messages that are posted. All right. Let's do the counting one more time, but we're going to go backwards. Start with 12. Here we go. 12, 11, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are working with intent. Take a sip of water. All right. You know what? Before we do the counting, I'm looking to the side. I have two screens here. I want to go over something with you. So I want you to look at this. I want to make sure you are following the Speak Out Therapy protocol, because if you're not following every part of the protocol, then you're not getting the results that you need. This is called the Circle of Intent. It outlines Parkinson Voice Project's entire Speak Out Therapy program. I want Sandy to post the link to our Speak Out Therapy program page on our website. So we won't go into detail about this right now, but I want you to take some time to visit that page so you can really study the Circle of Intent. I want you to be able to not only regain your speech and swallowing abilities, but I want you to maintain them. And in order to do that, every aspect of this circle has to be followed. It's not enough to do these practice sessions with me. You need to have your booklet. You need to have your therapy flashcards. You need to watch the What is Parkinson's video with your family, and you should watch it more than once, at least every 6 months, if not more, because these concepts are really complex. The program seems simple. Let's do some may, me, my, mo, moos, but it's not. It's you are constantly battling Parkinson's, trying to keep your speech and swallowing, and it will work. If you work on it, I promise you will see improvement. So take a look at the Circle of Intent. We did not go all over it, over all of it right now, but I just wanted you to start and go ahead and start following the protocol. All right, now let's move on to our topic for today. Let me take a quick sip of water. Big cats. That is our topic, and thank you to Lisa, one of my assistants, who prepared the materials for today's session. Let's read these sentences in our best voice. Exaggerate the highlighted words. Here we go. Big cats include tigers and lions. Now we're speaking out the whole time, but on tigers and lions, we're going to speak out even more. Read it again. Big cats include tigers and lions. Good. Next. Jaguars and leopards are also big cats. Okay, are you able to exaggerate the highlighted words? That takes a lot of intent and practice. Let's do it again. Jaguars and leopards are big cats. I want you in your best voice, imagine I can't see the picture. Lift your voice, describe what you see, every word with intent. All right, next sentence. Ready? Tigers are the largest cat species. When you said species, did you speak out? Just say that word with me. Species. Now read the sentence again. Tigers are the largest cat species. Don't let it trail off. Next. Cheetahs can run up to 80 miles per hour. Don't let it trail off. Do it again. Cheetahs can run up to 80 miles per hour. Oh my goodness. All right, moving on to the conversation exercise. Describe this tiger with intent. This is a Bengal tiger. Describe this photo. Pretend I can't see it. Describe it with intent. What do you see? All right. Take a sip of water. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words next, but let's take our sip of water. I want you to exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. It's very important. Those sounds, specific sounds, force the back of the tongue to move more. Ready? Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. Really exaggerate. Gu, la, gang, ga, ga. Good. And the next one. Ku, ka, mangu, ka. Ku, ka, mangu, ka. Every syllable with intent. Here we go. Gangla. Gangla. Very good. And one more. Here we go. Kukla. Kukla. Very nice. Before we go on to our bonus reading, thank you to everybody who has already made a donation to our June challenge. We are halfway through the month. We need your help. If you received a letter in the mail, go ahead and look at it. If not, go online, go to the donate page, look at the different ways that your donation can help. You can be helping to cover the cost of these sessions, help to cover the cost of the sing-along, help to train speech pathologists, provide free training to speech pathologists, provide free training for graduate students. Do you know since July, we have trained over 4,000 graduate students. That's a lot. And we would love your help to keep providing that training at no cost for these future speech pathologists. Ooh, I need a sip of water. All right. All right, let's read this with intent. We'll take it slow, but we'll be very deliberate. Ready? Lions are a social species of large cats found in the grasslands and savannas of Africa. Let's do that again. Ready? Lions are a social species of large cats found in the grasslands and savannas of Africa. Males are recognizable by their long hair surrounding their necks called manes. Lionesses do the hunting for the pride. All right, you can download today's reading material, take what you learned in the session, practice, practice, practice. I also want to mention a couple ideas for the fundraiser. If you're on Facebook, maybe consider doing a Facebook fundraiser. Not only would you be raising money, but you would be educating your friends and families, all your followers about Parkinson Voice Project. And I bet some of your followers know someone with Parkinson's who needs help. And then also, if you need any information from me, if you want to see a copy of our audit, if you have a family foundation and we could apply for a grant, just send an email to intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org and I will get in touch with you. I would be happy to meet with you. All right, have a great day.